What we've got here is there is a French drain, but they did not put gravel around it. This is perforated pipe, and it runs over to a discharge out further down the yard. And what they did was they just put a sock around it. You can see it. They just put a sock around the perforated pipe. And yeah, it works, but it's very, very slow. That fabric is really the problem. It stops the water. Once that gets stuck in there, take a look at this, guys. I mean, you really have to see it to believe it. But this is what we deal with every day. This is called a soggy yard. Not clay. This is pure saturated soil. Look at this. You know, this is where you go to the beach and you make those sand castles. You know what I'm talking about? This is what we deal with every day. And we solve these problems guaranteed 100%. And let me show you how we do it. Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. You know, our company does much more than just put in a whole new system. Remember, we are a full service rainwater drainage contractor. So that means that we can come out, clean, troubleshoot, make repairs, add new pieces, and of course we can put in a whole new system. But today what we're doing is we're working on an existing system, and let me show you some interesting facts about fabric, about French drains, and really get the truth out there to you guys, because this is something that is really being so overplayed on the internet. And French drains, they're really simple things. Let's take a look. Okay, here's a muddy mess. And what's happening is, in this area, I mean, you can see it, it's just all saturated, full of water, sinking, mud, typical problem that we find, you know, in a lot of people's yards. So, homeowner said, there is a pipe over here. We found that pipe. I want you to see it. He's got a perforated pipe with fabric around it. See the fabric? And let's just start with that. Notice the water is not going into this pipe because the silt has packed it all tight. It's just super tight. The fabric stops the water. It gets packed with mud and silt. I mean, look at this. This is nasty stuff. This is what you're going to find as you dig up your yard in a lot of situations. You know, some people have an area that they're working and it's really simple. They've got, you know, a nice clay base, and they say it's really hard, but you know what? Look at the silt. Look at this stuff. This is what you really contend with if you want to solve a French drain problem. Look at this. You know, we get into some really fun stuff, and it is really muddy. And that silt comes down through your line or through your trench, and it packs up against that fabric, and it doesn't get into the system. That's why we like to use easy flow, especially here in Florida. And as far as putting gravel, perforated pipe, make sure you put gravel underneath of that pipe. Let me show you why. Okay, so we cut our pipe, we put a new T on there because we're going to put a small French drain and a catch basin. The catch basin is going to collect so much water, and the French drain is going to pick up what we see down here, the subsurface water. You see all that water? So we're going to line this with fabric, put perforated pipe in there, base of gravel. Let me show you. Make sure you put a base of gravel under that perforated pipe. You remember how the other pipe looked? It had the fabric around it. That was totally packed against the pipe. The water couldn't even get in. Base of gravel allows water to flow up into the system and be carried away. It doesn't take much. With a base of gravel, that water can come up and get into your system. There's no debris down here. But what happens is, on the back side of the fabric, you see how that gets all packed? It really stops the flow of the water. Remember what this is. This is just like paste. Look at that. That water, it does not come through. It just sits there. See that? It's just sitting there. You need a base of gravel down underneath of your pipe, and you can stomp on it and make a mud mess and say all these things, but with a base of gravel, that water comes up into the holes of the pipe and then it's carried away. Remember, we're not catching surface water. Granted, it'll catch a little, but we're not catching surface water, we're catching subsurface water. The surface water is collected by the catch basin. So once you have your gravel base, you can go ahead and put your perforated pipe in, hook that up to your catch basin, nice and secure. Now all we need to do is surround this pipe with gravel, and then we've got a perfect French drain. Granted, I'll say it 1,000 times, this fabric's going to slow down this system really bad, but it will allow the water to get into the system and keep this gravel clean. Easy flow in the sand is 100 times better, but this works pretty good. You know, this is what we got here on the repair, and it's going to work great. Okay, a quick review before I finish covering. Notice that we added the T to the existing line, okay? And then we put a piece of solid over. We tied that with a catch basin because we want to catch that surface water as it drops in. Then we put gravel perforated pipe, encased that in fabric. Most important, put that catch basin in there and put a base of gravel under your perforated pipe and you'll be happy. So this area is actually drying out as we speak. That system's working great. That will settle, and wow, look at this big old caterpillar. He's pretty cool. This is going to work great. The homeowner is very happy. He knows this will settle and the area should dry out, not have any more flood back here. Like I say, when we come out to a job site, we do much more than just put in a new system. We repair old systems, we add to systems, we clean them, we repair them. Full service drainage company. So if you have a soggy yard like what we just showed you, I guarantee you that you can solve that problem, or you can have another company solve that problem. It really just needs the French drain, but more than you need that is the catch basin. The catch basin is so important. Base of gravel underneath that pipe. You know what was hard about that job back there? Is it was the first call of the day, and you can see how sweaty and I'm actually quite dirty. And it's the first call of the day, so now we're going to go do more calls. But anyways, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.